you know what? While you hear a lot of the rich speaking, you hear the rich on TV speak about it. You know, you realize you really don't hear the rich that can come out and put ads in papers and they're not really complaining about it. But it's a problem when, you know, they're afraid that if they might move their business out of the state and everything else. But you never hear the rich coming out saying it's too much. Russell Simmons came out before and said we should be taxed at a higher rate than the sanitation man. Warren Buffett came out and said it doesn't make any sense the same way. That we could afford to be taxed at a better rate here.
Councilman Charles Barron also said that we should be taxing the rich. So if everybody else can get it right, why can't the mayor?
Well,
he's part of that class.
Right.
Well, the President of the United States has said that he believes that the rich should be taxed more, and he himself said that it's not going to hurt us, right? You got to understand, from what the figures we get, the educational budget is about $20 billion, right, in New York City. So I believe, and I've been talking with other people in my community who says, why don't each borough have their own budget? You give $5 billion to each of the 5 boroughs, right? You put people in charge, right? Let parents and teachers, like Jerome said, transparency, and let's let them put this money, because these are the professionals. They're gonna, that's what a teacher does. A teacher teaches, so they can tell us more or less, and we get the administrators where this money should go and how it's gonna be used, and we go from there.
Okay, let's go here. Jobs, economic empowerment.
Well,
as a council member, what would you do to bring some more jobs in our community?
Well, there's these green jobs. These green jobs.
Time out. I keep hearing about green jobs. Give me what is the green job?
The green jobs is from what I understand is panels, energy, and it's saving energy and wind energy, right? Which goes on top of the roofs, and then they have to be maintained, they have to be installed, right? And there's other parameters that go in that, which to us will bring more jobs. So that means you may have 10 people, right, employed from this green energy and these jobs coming into the community. Now in Harlem, right now, Harlem unemployment rate is close to 70%, right? The stats on that is 6 out of 10 women may be working, but 2 out of every 10 brothers or Hispanics are working. And within that 2 is considered a part-time job. Now, how the rezoning and along with the gentrification in Harlem, which is also happening in other neighborhoods, a part-time job, if a brother or anybody just have a part-time job, is just like having no job at all. Because what can you do with a part-time job? You tell me, where can you live? It's impossible. You can't live anywhere.
Okay, besides green jobs.
I think that as you bring in new businesses, you encourage them to hire people within that community.
Okay.
The other thing is, if you bring back the programs that you should have never cut, some of the community center workers up in District 12, they laid off community center workers. So now we got strangers watching our children.
Okay.
That's unacceptable.
Okay.
All right. So if you bring back these individuals, it open up doors for people for more jobs.
Okay.
Also, let me just also add with construction. Right now, there's so much construction in Harlem, but nobody from the community have those jobs. So as a councilman, right, which I'd have a say-so.
But it also starts with the community board. When all of these jobs is proposed, somewhere along the line between the community board and the council, you can put stipulation, as Charles said when we did interview, nothing go up in East New York without his name on it. So therefore, my people is going to get jobs. How will you ensure that your people get jobs?
Well, I'm going to ensure, because number one, I'm going to be at those community board meetings, right? Which is the current council member is not there. She usually sends a representative and then they report back. But I'm going to let the council board know, my community board know, that, like Charles said, it comes through me. So I'll be sitting down with them and I'll be telling them, if it's not going to be this way, then it's not going to be that way. All right? I want a certain amount of people hired within my district, and I'm going to demand that. And if I don't, just like Charles had told us, the construction is not going up.
Well, one of the things that I say transparency, but getting back to my colleague here, in order for that to happen, you have to be present. And the reason why I'm saying that is Councilman Larry Seabrook, he was absent he missed over 300 votes in the city council that could have benefited or affected his district.
Okay.
So you have to be available to go ask for these things.
You have to literally be present.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So now tell me something. Where do your politics, your views line up with the mayor's views and possibly the council speaker? So I'm asking basically, do you see yourself as butting heads? I mean, we already understand that people. We already understand that people in Honey Blacks and law enforcement has been butting a lot of heads.
Yes.
That's why they're there. So, do you see yourself in a great deal of conflict with the mayor and possibly the speaker?
Well, it's definitely going to happen with both of them with me, because let's not forget, like Jerome said earlier, just last year, half of the council was caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
Of course.
All right? And again, the councilwoman of my district is the whip. And I don't know if her hand was caught in the cookie jar. However, right, she has a responsibility like I had a responsibility when I was a police officer. And yes, I did participate in arresting 2 of my family members when they did something wrong. And she had a responsibility to come out and do the same thing, not have them arrested, but she should have, came out and fulfilled her responsibility. She sat back and said that the speaker was going to take care of this. No way.
The speaker was involved 100%. How was she going to police
the
herself?
speaker, you're right.
As well as the mayor on secretly.
Well, I don't think the mayor. I don't think the mayor got caught. With his hand in the cookie jar because he had so much. No. But Christine Quinn.
But what they were doing was sliding you money for rewarding you for going in different directions.
But let's get one thing clear. We must understand one thing. Is that the mayor can't do nothing without city council.
Exactly.
So now you have what we call the mayor's 29. Well, let me just share this with you. Every city council from the Bronx, with the exception of one.
Who's that?
I believe her name is Annabelle, Councilwoman Annabelle. She's the only one that didn't vote for term limit changes. And if you want my views on term limit changes, let me make it clear. If the President of the United States can adhere to term limit changes, so should mayor and members of city council. No one's above the law. Okay? But city council needs to understand that they make things happen, not the mayor. The mayor can request, but it's city council who actually put all the effort, the work and effort behind it.
But some of these political people just want to be lifelong politicians, and they want to continue to get a check, so you would expect them not to go against that. But listen at this. We're going to close out this segment, and we're going to come back with one more. We might even have to do another one. We'll be right back with the Meet the Candidates series. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.